Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Collection Mania Monday and we have the Nyoni colored pencils that we're going to explore today. I hope everybody has had a wonderful, wonderful weekend and is ready for the week ahead of us. So with the Nyoni, as you all may know, I did purchase a set of Mark Art colored pencils, a 48 set. Do believe it was 48. And the Nyoni colored pencils are identical to the Mark Art. So I've got a Mark Art here and a Nyoni. They're a different number because I accidentally put my Nyoni number 4 into the Mark Art box and put it away. So as you can see, the pencils themselves, the barrels are exactly the same writing on them. Here, I'll switch over to the close-up camera so you can see a little bit better. So that it's got the same writing on them, and of course the Nyoni or N and then the number, the two little silver bands and that sort of thing. On this side here, they both say Nyoni at the end of it. Make sure that I've got the right pencils here. Hold on a sec. I think these are both Nyonis. Yeah, those are both Nyonis. What did I do with the Mark Art one? Maybe I did put it back. Because on the Mark Art ones, hold on a sec, let's see if I can find the Mark Art one. I thought it was an orange. I must have put it back. On the Mark Art ones, they have an M instead of an N. So as you can see, there's an N and then the number. It says M instead of N, and where it says Nyoni, it'll say Mark Art. So I'm just looking to see if I corrected myself and put it back in the proper box before I put the boxes away, which is possible. I could have done that and completely forgot. But for some reason I thought I had left it in here so that I could show you that they're the same pencil. Now my brain is going, yep, nope, I must have put it away. I'm sorry, guys. No, that's Nyoni. No, I must have put it away. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I must have put it away. So these are both Nyoni. I thought one of them was Mark Art. And I could have swore that I had the Mark Art 4 out, so I must have switched them back when I put those Mark Arts away. But just so you know, Mark Art now come out with a 120 set, which is identical to the Nyoni. They are the exact same pencil. So the Mark Art 120, and I haven't purchased them because they are exactly the same, has all the same colors, all the same numbers, and that sort of thing. These are, sorry, I'm just trying to reach something. These are numbered, not named. So when you swatch them, just make sure that you write down the numbers because you get lost otherwise. And then there's no point doing the swatch, right? And that sort of thing. So we're going to take a quick look at the swatch itself. And I'm going to move these pencils out of the way so that we can take a better look at it. They do sharpen very, very nicely. I have not had any problems with centering or anything like that on the cores, which is wonderful. And we've got our Nyoni colored pencil sheet here. And on the back, I have my Mark Art as well. And you can see different areas where I've compared them. And they are the same colors. So This is another one of those sets that starts off with the reds and goes into your lighter flesh tones, into the yellows, into the oranges, and then into our greens and our sea green colors, into our blues, and then our sea blue colors, and then into our purples, and into our pinky purples, our fuchsia colors, into gold. I don't know why the gold is there and not at the end, but I think it's because it's more of a brown gold. Into our browns. This purple I would personally suggest moving up into here, but I haven't done so yet. Into our red browns, burgundy colors, into our deeper browns, and then into our lighter browns. So we've got our middle and our deep, and then our light, and then into our grays. This set has a really good selection of gray, which is really surprising for a budget friendly set. And then it also has a really good selection of black colors. So there's a medium black, a lighter black, and then black, and then of course white. So for a 120 set, of course, you're going to expect to have a lot of different colors and a lot of selection for those different families. And this definitely does provide that. So I've got my sheet here that we have been working on with the different sets. And I'm just going to tuck that away. So this one here, as you can see, is the Marco. We just did that last Monday. And then we have the Magic Fly, the 2 liras because, recording. And we're going to do the Nyonis here. So let's put Nyoni here. And we're going to color some mushrooms. All right, so let's switch you on over to the close-up. And I'm going to turn the light on and see if, yeah, it's not too bad, I don't think. For some reason it's rainy and cool here today, so it's feeling a little dark. And my desk is a mess, so I'm just trying to shift everything around so I can get to things. So I'm going to put a couple of little bits of yellow on the lower part of the mushroom here. This part here is a different color than the lower part, so I'm going to actually do the lower part in red with some yellow spots. So let's grab, I think it's this one, number 8, which is this one. And then we're just going to fill that in, and then we'll put our shadow color in afterwards as well. Now I'm just going right over top of that yellow, and when we blend that in, that yellow will turn into an orangey color. Just going to do the same thing on this little mushroom here. And as you can see, it just lays down so nicely and so quickly. They're a very, very smooth oil-based colored pencil. And I really, really like them. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in my collection, right? Now that's bleeding it out quite a bit. There you go. I'm just going to try to stay out of the light from the kitchen. Actually, hold on a sec. Let's see. Let's see if that helps a little bit. That helps quite a bit. And maybe we'll zoom you in as well so you can see a little bit closer. Because, I couldn't have done this beforehand. No. Alright. And then move you up and move you over. There we go. That's better. All right. So we've got at least one coat of the red down, and the small area of yellow for the spot. Now we're going to get into the deeper reds, and we're also going to grab a blue. So we're going to grab number 106 in our blues, and we're going to give it a sharpen. Now this one here I don't think I've sharpened yet because it's still got a pretty flat nib, or tip I should say, and you know me, I like my tips to be a nice point. I really like this little sharpener, it's so cute. Okay, so they sharpen quite nicely, very evenly all the way around, so that tells me that of course the pencil is perfectly centered. And I'm just taking this blue color and I'm just going into those shadow areas. And filling in the shadows. Because, you know, mushrooms, shadows. We want it to feel dimension. Alright, so let's put this one away. And then we're going to go into our deeper red colors, our maroon type colors. And we're going to grab number 18. Should be, yeah, it should be here. Now to find it. I know what color I want. Now I want you to give it to me, please. Alright, where is it? So it should be right here. Yep, it is. Found it. Alright, so once again, not been sharpened. So we'll give it a good sharpen. So I might shake you up a little. And it just takes 3 or 4 little cranks of this sharpener to get a really, really good sharp tip. We're just going to go into a little bit more of that area there. And then we're going to come down the stalk a little. Make sure I get the edges. And go over that blue a little bit just to intensify it a bit. And of course, there it is. I thought I had lost it. I need my brush because I've got dust. And then we're going to take the white and we're going to blend that all together. Just because it was handy. Now the area that you put the yellow down, if it doesn't show through, just put down a little bit more yellow in that area and it will blend in and show through better. Excuse me. I would really like this frog to move out. Now we're going to take a nice gray-brown color and we're going to do that top area. So this is number 64, which is a creamy gray color. Which which I think is really good for mushrooms. Gives it that mushroom cap look, you know? And we're going to go down the stalk with it as well. It's a very light color, so you're probably not going to see it as well as I am. And then we're going to go in with the next one up in that creamy purpley kind of color, number 6 N67. And we're just going to put in some shadow. This one is great for doing shadow on light skin tones as well. It's really good for an undercoat for a darker skin tone. Alright. I'm just going to do these little tiny mushrooms here with it. Okay, there's our mushrooms. So now we're going to move on from the mushroom, and we're going to go back into our greens, and we're going to work with the little vines. So I need a light green, so I think I'm going to grab this one, which is N45, which is a very, very bright yellow green. So once again, give it a quick sharpen. And I'm just going to fill in the leaves. Heck, I haven't had these for a horribly long period of time, so I haven't colored with them a lot, but I really do enjoy them. Like the colors that they have, and I do need to color with them more. They may need to go into my desk holder so that I color with them more. I have, as you know, the 3D printed pencil holder that my husband made me that sits on my desk, and I put different pencils in it, especially when I feel like I've been neglecting a set. So I keep switching them out to sets that I haven't used in a very long time or used a lot since I got them, so that I can use them a little bit more. Now I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to do the ground cover here as well. Alright, I'm going to put this one back, and then we're going to grab number 109. And it needs a bit of a sharper point. And we're going to go in and darken up some of this lighter green in the leaves. Just give it a bit of a dimension there. I know these small pictures are sometimes a little bit quick when you color them. The one thing I really like about these pencils is it doesn't take a lot of work to get a good blend. Of course, I went over the lines there, so I'll grab my eraser and fix that. Alright, so there's our leaves. Then we're going to go through and we're going to do those little grass flicks. Alright, so there's our darker green. Now we're going to go into even a darker green and we're going to go with number 108, which is a much darker green. And we're just going to sharpen it a bit because I don't have a sharp enough tip for it. Now when you sharpen your tip really sharp like this, make sure that you flick very, very, very gently so that you don't knock that tip off. I'm just going to flick a couple of more strands of, or blades I guess, of grass in. Like I said, keep a sharp tip on your pencil, and if you knock it off, then make sure that you sharpen it. Otherwise you're not going to get a nice fine line. You're going to get a bit of a chunky line. And there we have some grass. And then we're going to do our flowers. So we need a bit of yellow. And I'm going to go with a really bright yellow. So I think we're going to go with number 2. That's number 1. Yeah, number 1. Number 1's a little bit brighter on the light side. Not so much orange in it. And then we'll go with number 50. Okay, so we're just going to go down the petals, get them all nice and yellow. And then we're going to go with number 50, which is a little bit of an orangey yellow. And we're just going to come in and add that little bit of color at the tips in that area. And then we're going to come in with a red. We'll use number 8 again. I'm just going to sharpen it because this is really, really a very small area. So having that very fine tip is very helpful, very useful. So I'm just going to little tiny ticks at the very tip here. And into the bobble area there. And then we're going to take number 4, which is a orange. Give it a good sharpen. And fill that in. And we'll put that one back. Now for our sky, we're going to take this one. So we're going to use number 38 first. Give it a bit of a sharp. And we're just going to fill that in. As you can see, it shades pretty quick with a nice good coat of shade. I'm barely touching the paper, just enough to get some color down. This is the most difficult part, is doing backgrounds. Sometimes doing backgrounds with colored pencils can be tedious. I find that if I am going to do a background in colored pencil, that it's best to find small areas that are closed in and work from those out, and just concentrate on a small area at a time. Now this whole thing is a small area, so I'm not too concerned about it. But if I was to, do a background for this entire page, I would start off with the really small areas, like in between the leaves and, closed off areas. Alright, so we've got that one down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add number 56, which is a bit of a greeny blue, to these areas above. And I'm just going to put a little bit more pressure on it. Just to get that color showing through. Now I'm going in all those areas with little dots, because I feel that they are probably a darker area than the rest of it. Alright, now I'm going to go with number 57. Now this is more of a green color. It's like a really light minty green color. And I'm just going to go around all of these smaller areas and get those colored in. And add that to that blue. One thing I do really like about these pencils is they're not overly scratchy, which is great. Of course, I don't like scratchy pencils, so. and they layer right on top of each other really nicely. They don't take over completely from the other color, and they blend together quite well. Like so. And now we're going to put this one back. And then we're just going to take a bit of a brighter blue. This one is a bit darker. It's number 36. And we're just going to go in a little bit into those areas with the little spots. And we will blend it all in. Like so. And I've just put a little bit where those dots are. Now we're going to take my blending pencil, if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Hello, Stubby. My Caran d'Ache blending pencil is a little bit stubbier than it started out as the other day. It's starting to get to a point where I'm going to have to put it in a pencil holder. And we're just going to blend all of those colors together. Give it a bit of a burnishing. Now the only thing with the Caran d'Ache blender that I have found, and people have told me how to eliminate it, is that I have a tendency to burnish too hard, and then I can't put anything on top of it. So I tend to leave the blending until after I've done the entire page, so that I don't eliminate the possibility of adding color if I wanted to. So I make sure that I'm all done before I do this, so that I don't completely make it so that I can't add any more color. This poor little blending pencil has had a workout this weekend. I finished up the Color with Pride hashtag picture, and yeah, that took a lot of blending. It turned out quite nicely, I think. I'm sorry I was completely off screen, but there we have it. We have our Nyoni colored pencil picture, which did not take long at all. So I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, next week we will be doing the Norberg and Linden. I will only be doing the 72 count for the Norberg and Linden because I still have not received the 120 count of the new makeup of the Norberg and Linden since the problems they had at Christmas time. So I will do the 72 count because I know that that is their formulation and their set. The 120 count I have, however, I don't believe it's their formulation or their set, so I will not display them as a Norberg and Linden product. Of course, tomorrow is Tips and Tricks Tuesday, so we're going to be still working with some marker blending as well as marker base with a pencil over color, and that should be fun. And then, of course, Work in Progress Wednesday, and I have so many things going on that I will not have a problem choosing something to work on. And of course, on Thursday is our Thankful Thursday, which I will go through anything that comes in the mail, and then of course on Friday I will show you how what they are and how to use them and that sort of thing. Give a little bit of a review of them if I can. Other than that, guys, I would like to say thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you want to support the channel, there's several different ways that you can do that now. Of course, we do have our memberships open, which start at $1.99 a month, which is a unicorn membership. That gets you your emojis as well as your badge. Of course, it goes up from there, and each new membership has a different perk. As well as the previous membership's perks. So if you want to join us, just hit the join button below the video, and that will take you to a little page where you can fill out all the stuff that you need to fill out to become a member. I do have all sorts of perks, and I have a couple of surprises coming up for members only, which is fun. Another way that you can support the channel, of course, is by hitting the like button. Watching the videos, leaving me a comment, and of course, if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. You can also join me over on Facebook. We do have a Facebook group. We do ask that you fill out the application form in full, answer all of the 3 or 4 little questions that are there, just so that we know that you're a person, not a bot, and that sort of thing. What else was I going to tell you about? Oh, we have some special things happening on the channel in the next couple of weeks. We have a special Sunday video coming up, a live stream with Delane from Color Pocket, as well as Lisa, who is also with Color Pocket and is one of the artists with Color Pocket. So we will have them both on the channel with me, where we'll talk about the Color Pocket, and we will also talk to Lisa about her creative process and how she became a artist of this wonderful, wonderful product. So that should be a lot of fun. And of course, I've got some giveaways to go with that and some special perks for the members. So, of course, you can also assist the channel by donating through my PayPal. And of course, that information is all below below in the description. And that's the upcoming fun and thrills of the Coloring Corner. All right, guys, I want to say thank you all very much for joining me. Of course, remember to relax, color, and stay safe. You all have a fantastic day, and we will see you again tomorrow. All right, bye-bye for now, guys.